What's up, guys? Welcome to Nintendo Power Block, episode 137. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Derrick, and alongside me, the one and only Eddie V.
Yo, everybody, I'm Eddie Fresh.
Wow. My wife called him Eddie Fresh, so now he's going to call himself Eddie Fresh forever now.
That'll be 2019. And right now, I'm Eddie V. Hello, everybody.
It's just us today. So, Jesse is holidaying it up, being with family, and you know what people normally do, but we aren't normal people. So, yes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Ed?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're committed, Jesse. We're committed. Just kidding.
I was about to say, System One. Jesse be like, "Did you miss a lot of episodes?" Be like, "Shh." He was he was recovering.
True. It's all right. You know what? Ed and I can handle this episode. There's not really a lot going on anyway, but we're going to have some interesting discussions. But before we do, we got a little housekeeping for you. Remember, we are giving away Pokemon Let's Go. That's right. All you have to do is enter. All you have to do to enter is subscribe and email the show at nintendopowblock@gmail.com. Email us a question for our question block, and you could win. It is winner's choice, so make sure you get those questions in. Now, before we move on to the next bit of housekeeping, some people are not emailing us questions. Like, they're just subscribing and emailing us screenshots of subscribing, which I appreciate. Thank you for subscribing. But yes, you need to email a question to enter in the contest. So, I think I've made that pretty clear, but if not, that's the rules for entry are subscribing to the YouTube page and emailing us a question. So, and then there's other people who are just emailing us questions but not subscribed to the YouTube page. So, we have a lot of questions, but they don't meet all the requirements for entry. So, right. When you're listening to this, just know that you need to subscribe to the YouTube page as well if you emailed us a question. So,
step one, everybody, when you go to Nintendo Power Blocks channel, whether you're on ngrradio.com, and hit the red button that says subscribe and also the bell notification. Step one. Yes, you did it. Awesome.
Great job.
Second thing you have to do, go to whatever email service that you use, type in Nintendo Power Block at gmail.com. Type in your title or Power Block question. Power Block question. I think that's the thing. And then when you go to write into your question, write your question, and then hit send. That's number 2. If we receive your question, we will answer it, and that's when you have a chance to win. Let's go Pikachu or let's go Eevee for Nintendo Switch. See how simple that is? 3 easy steps.
3 easy steps. Yeah. Good job, Ed. Proud of you.
Yes.
Next bit of housekeeping. Ninja Showcase Season 2 is coming to Nintendo Power Block on January 5th, showcasing some of our favorite Ninja games available right now on your Nintendo Switch. On top of that, 2 new shows are making their way to Nintendo Power Block in 2019, including NG Arcade, which is Ed's celebration of an era of arcade domination, and my new show, CubeTube, a GameCube-centric retro Let's Play show. So make sure you subscribe and smash the bell to get all of Nintendo Power Block's notifications and emails and all that good stuff, so you know when to watch.
Yes.
NG Arcade is going to be seasonal after an indie showcase. And then CubeTube, I'm going to try to make it weekly. You know, I'm going to hook up my GameCube over here. Might stream it, might not. I don't know, but definitely recording it. It's going to be a good time. So
Yes.
Also, for that show, if there are updated versions of those shows that make it easier to record, I will be playing those versions of the games, like Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and hopefully that Metroid Prime HD trilogy that is going to get announced at the Game Awards, right?
We will have a discussion.
Yeah.
We will have a discussion.
Oh, man.
But I do agree with you about that.
Speaking of shows, lastly, Pod and Play Season 4 kicks off on March 2nd, so head over to ngrradio.com and Nerds Gone Rogue's Prime YouTube channel and subscribe to get the notifications when those episodes post. Download all of our podcasts, including Nerds Gone Rogue, Nerds Gone Platinum, our PlayStation podcast, Arsenal X, our Xbox podcast, and of course, Nintendo Power Block. There are more shows coming soon. We will be announcing that shortly. But for now, we're going to get into what we've been playing. Ed, what have you been playing?
So, I actually been playing all 3 consoles. Just gonna run down quickly for Xbox. I've been playing Forza and Darksiders 3. I'll talk more about that on Arsenal X. PlayStation 4, I played Devil May Cry 4. I have more thoughts about that. And BioShock, I'm also playing on there. But for Switch, played Diablo 3, just made it to Chapter 3, so I'm kind of halfway done there. I picked up the R-Type collection, and it's the arcade games, and it's the first R-Type and the second R-Type. And I'm very disappointed in this. Like, they have 2 different versions that you could play. You could do it in a 2D or in 3D, and it pretty much is with the 3D, the graphics look a bit cleaner. The game looks in 3D. You have 2 modes. You could do infinite or you could do classic. And when you do infinite, you could die as many times as you want to. It won't start you over. You'll just continue throughout the game. If you do classic, whatever you die, you go back to the last checkpoint and you have like 3 lives and you'll have to do everything over again. It is 1 player, so just be aware of that. The disappointing thing about this is that you really don't know what's going on, and it feels like a jumbled mess of a 2D shooter. And I never knew R-Type to be like this, probably because I played the NES version and never played the arcade, but I was expecting at least some good level design, some boss fights, and just the way the mechanics work in that game, I was just like, this is sad. I know it's on sale in the eShop, and I pre-ordered this because I really wanted to examine the R-Type games in the arcade because, like I said, I never played it, and I was just like, "Ew, this is not good. This is dated." And I would probably, if I was a kid at the time this game came out, I probably wouldn't have not played it at all. So it is quite disappointing. If you do need a shooter, there's Ikaruga and there's other arcade Japanese games that's come out. And even if you go to your Nintendo Online, Twinbee came out for the NES. It's a game that never came to America. So go ahead and play that and have fun with it. But yeah, I say skip the R-Type collection. Wait for it to probably go on a good sale, but it's very disappointing. It's like in all, there's like 14 levels between both games, and like you pretty much could probably, if you do infinite, you could pretty much beat both games within an hour and be done with it. So played a little bit more of Yoku's Island, getting further into that. And I was going to start back up Dead Cells, and but I just didn't yet. I will be returning Breath of the Wild. I had some review stuff that I had to get done first. So now that's out the way before my other two games that I reviewed for 2018 come ahead. I'm gonna be jumping back into Breath of the Wild. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing, and some stuff for Nindy Showcase, I would say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that it? Is that all you've been playing? Is that all you've been
That's all I've been playing until you get the cavalcade of next week's episode. Because, oh boy, it's going to be a massacre of a discussion. So.
Well, for me, I've been playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. That game is super relaxing, super fun.
Yes.
I've been playing some NBA 2K19 on Switch as well. My parents got it for me for my birthday, so figured I'd play it because it's fun. That game looks like, remember how last year's looked?
Yes.
This year it looks even better. Like, it looks better than last year. I'm really enjoying it. I'm playing what do you call it? Like a franchise mode. It's not called franchise mode in this, but
are you playing the Browns?
It's basketball. It's Cavs.
Oh, dang it. The Cavs. Sorry.
Don't get me started on Madden. Just let's not.
Not that. It's because me and you've been talking about the Browns a couple of days ago, so that's why.
Yeah,
I'm just like, that's right. It's the Cavs.
It's because the Browns are doing good now. So
yes, me and Corey had our discussion about Madden, and we will keep it between me and him.
No, we're going to talk about it on Arsenal X. So,
oh yes,
let's just say this morning I deleted it from my Xbox. It was making me so mad.
Look, let's just say yesterday I said something that probably shocked Corey to be like, "Whoa."
Well, yeah. Anyways, so I've been playing that. I've been playing a lot of Warframe.
Yes, that's what I've been playing.
So when this game first came to Switch, I loaded it up, but I didn't do anything, right? I just kind of was like, okay, I gotta do other things right now. But then we played it for a quick look on Nintendo Power Lock, which you guys can watch right now, and
yes,
we were talking about this game, and I personally think this game would be a great pod and play episode, because I think we have a lot to say about Warframe and Destiny and games as a service in general, and how maybe something like Destiny could work on Switch, because the things that Warframe is doing graphically and just mission structure wise, and the things that are server side versus locally, is not that different from Destiny.
And is it Point Blank?
Panic Button.
Watching the Digital Foundry episode on YouTube, dude, they was talking about this is their first time using a different engine. And they was just like, it's impressive that they were able to do a different engine and get that game running on Switch. So,
yeah.
I mean, we could do a pod of play of this, because it's interesting when you watch that video.
Yeah, and it's like, and I'm not trying to like be that guy who's like, I want everything on Switch, because I do think certain things don't need to be on Switch, I think they work better in a Xbox or PlayStation ecosystem or whatever, but like, the things that Warframe is doing is not that different from Destiny. Now, I'm not deep enough into it. I don't know how, like, perks on weapons work. I don't know if there's like random rolls or what particle effects look like on different armor sets or whatever. Like, I'm not that deep into it, but just from an environmental standpoint, or like that kind of thing, like, it's not that different. Now, the structure of Warframe is different, because after each mission, you fly, you go back to your ship and load up a different mission, right? Where that's,
Yes.
I mean, technically not that different from Destiny, but Destiny has like 5 or 6 massive open areas that you can explore, whereas Warframe is more like mission structured. So, I mean, the open world stuff might have something to do with it, but it's just like this game doesn't look that much less graphically impressive than Destiny does, and I'm playing this on Switch, and I play Destiny on Xbox One X. So, I mean, it's like, I don't know. We'll have a whole discussion about that later, but like that, I've been playing that, and like the shooting feels really good.
Yes.
The melee combat could probably be a little bit smoother, but overall feels pretty good. Like I think it's a great multiplayer game on Switch, and it's free. There's several different what I would call them microtransactions, but they're not. Like, some of them go up to $80 to $100 to purchase packs and stuff. But like, if you are looking for an online game to play with your friends on Switch, like, this is definitely something you should check out, and it's free to download. So
yes, I
do highly recommend it. Other than that, I have been playing Destiny 2 on other consoles, but like, we'll talk about that on Arsenal X or whatever. So that's kind of all I've been playing. I did beat the first gym in Pokemon Let's Go. I think you can see it on our quick look as well, which is up finally now. So, it's a good time. Pokemon is a good time. I am a little annoyed of like having to try to catch the Pokemon to earn experience instead of like just fighting them.
Yeah.
But I do like the way that this game is set up, where like there's no random encounters. You just walk up to the Pokemon if you want to quote unquote battle or catch them. I do like, and the training, like the trainer battles and stuff, feels just like a Pokemon game should. So I like it a lot. I don't know how much I don't know if I'm gonna like complete the game, but I'll probably go through and do the Elite Four and stuff. I don't know if I'll do any of the in-game stuff, but it's a good time. I'm really enjoying it. So
yeah, I still need to pick it up. This, like, watching a quick look and having a discussion with you about it, it's just like, it really makes me look forward to Pokemon for next year, because it's just like, this is going to be the game that I'm going to be grinding like crazy in.
Yeah, this really gets me excited for the next game, which is going to have like, what they say, close to 900 this time around.
Yes.
So, I mean,
I can't wait to see the starters.
Yeah, well, that's always the big thing, right? Is what are the starters? You think they're going to stick with grass, fire, and water?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, I do too.
But I do like when we was talking about it, adding like two or three more starters. Like, you get a choice of 6.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think there should be like an electric type in there.
Yeah.
Like, if you think of like the main types of Pokemon, like, I think you should get, like, I think there needs to be some sort of like electric starter. I think there needs to be.
Do they have a wind starter?
No, but I think there should be like maybe like a rock type or ground type. So that kind of, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you just think of the main Pokemon, just what people use at gyms and stuff.
Yeah. So.
I don't know. I think, if you get those basic starters, I don't think there needs to be like a psychic one or like a ghost type Pokemon, because those are kind of, I feel like some of the types are a little bit more advanced than others, but that's all. But that game is good. It's a good game. So especially if you have young ones who you want to get into Pokemon or games in general, like, it's just really simple and easy to get to grasp, So
yeah, there's a lot of people who still playing it. They're still, collecting. So
yeah. So all right, we're gonna move on to our news bits here. Not a lot of news this week. I really have been scraping the bottom of the barrel for news, and it's probably a good thing, because we want to talk about the Video Game Awards. So we're gonna move through these news bits real quick. According to Game Informer, Nintendo terminates creators program in favor of relaxed guidelines, which is something that was a real hot button topic when we started. When we started Nintendo Power Block, this was the hot button issue because Smash for Wii U was getting DLC when we started this, like, and people wanted to stream it, and it wasn't on their quote unquote curated list. People were getting copyright strikes, including us, for using their content, and it's just like, this is a good thing. I think Nintendo is making all the right moves and all the right decisions, in terms of getting their games out there and letting people see what, especially with something like Smash coming out, this news could not come at a better time. Because people are going to be looking up move tutorials, which characters are top tier, which are mid tier, low tier type characters. Plus, people just want to watch people stream this game,
Right. And I think the boss, can I think of his name? That is Takashi?
Furukawa?
Furukawa, yeah. I don't know where Takashi came from. Furukawa. A Japanese game name that before I do.
I know.
That's amazing.
Write that down, everybody.
Yes. Furukawa, I think he is like really loosening up and try to get Nintendo caught up to modern days. So for this to happen is very big news, and I think it's going to do wonders for Nintendo because Nintendo is now seeing that regardless of people who are streaming your games, people are going to go out there and buy it. Mm-hmm. People want that physical or that digital version. You're going to make that money, Nintendo.
Plus, it's something that they got hit for when they announced the creators program. Was like, YouTube and Twitch are free marketing. It's free marketing.
Yes.
Technically, it's like whatever the laws and stuff around using this stuff for content creation is in a gray area, especially in the United States. But like, it's free marketing, and that's why a lot of companies let it go. Is like, oh well, these Twitch streamers are using our game, and if they're real good at it, people will watch them and stuff. Like, I think part of the reason why Fortnite is so big is because of PUBG got big in Battle Royale, but people love watching the Battle Royale stuff. And when you got people like Dr. Disrespect and Ninja playing games like this, that's one of the reasons why Destiny got so big too, is because Datto and all these other streamers started, Professor Broman, like all these people started streaming Destiny and making videos on weapons and lore videos and what weapons are good in what areas of the game, what PvP weapons are good, like that kind of stuff.
You're right.
And I think Nintendo is finally coming around and seeing this and are like, we need to do that for something like Smash or the next Splatoon or whatever their next competitive games are,
And I think definitely probably when they seen people play Smash at E3 and even at EVO, I think people were just like, you guys would get so much attention for this game if you just let us stream it and you just let us actually do commentary. And I like the fact that in their guidelines they said, as long as you give out commentary and you do you play our stuff in a respectable and appropriate manner, you guys are fine to use our stuff. And that's what even if you just want to be like, well, you guys, I'm about to play this game and I'll talk a little bit just about it and then I'll hush up to give you an example. Nintendo was fine with that, but they're just like, if you get on and just stream it, they're gonna be like, no, you can't do that. They want to get your input on it, and that's great for Nintendo to say that.
Yeah. So it's a good thing. I think a lot of people are going to benefit from it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the next couple months to a year, depending on what Smash is doing. I really think this happened because of Smash. So
yeah, everybody wants to see. To me personally, I want to see that 8-player Smash. I like watching Game Informer do it, and the suspense and laughing along with them. People would get millions of views and be like, hey, if they could do it, I'm going to pick up a Switch and I'm going to pick up Smash and I'm going to do it with my friends.
Right.
So So bam, there you go. For not only is it good marketing for Nintendo, it's to get people on for Nintendo Online. You and your friends pay the $5 to get the family pack, and y'all streaming that mug.
Yeah. So, all right, we're gonna move on to our next story here. This is from Nintendo Life. Koei Tecmo is announcing a new Nintendo Switch game on December 6th, which I think is the day of the Game Awards, if I'm not mistaken. So, Koei Tecmo has been one of the biggest supporters of Nintendo Switch, and it doesn't appear as if it is slowing down production on the hybrid platform anytime soon. Following the announcement of Dead or Alive Extreme 3 Scarlet would surface on Nintendo's latest system early next year, the Japanese company is now reportedly teasing a new announcement for Switch, PlayStation 4, and PC via a new website with the following line: "The fated battle begins." The big reveal is scheduled for December 6th. As Gematsu notes, the announcement will take place in Japan many hours before the Video Game Awards has even started in the US. Given how the game will also appear on multiple other platforms, don't expect to see any special Nintendo crossovers like Hyrule Warriors or Fire Emblem Warriors. While you might have already convinced yourself it's another announcement linked to the running Warrior series, some fans are speculating Ninja Gaiden could make a comeback. So, yeah, that's cool. I wonder if it would be like something tells me this is either a reboot or like a HD trilogy of the recent Ninja Gaiden games.
I don't think it's Ninja Gaiden. I think when they did part 3, I think that was a finale of it.
Or Samurai Warriors was another thought I had.
Samurai Warriors, yes, I will go for that. I think it's going to be that one because that last
What?
Oh, because of that last Dynasty Warrior game tanked and it wasn't good. I think that Samurai Warriors would be the smart move for Koei Tecmo.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know this announcement was coming to PS4 or PC. I thought it was going to be some sort of like another Fire Emblem Warriors, like Fire Emblem Warriors 2 or whatever. But I mean, if it's coming to PS4 and PC, it's going to be. I think it's going to be a Warriors game, but or along those lines. But
yeah. I think if it was going to be a Ninja Gaiden game, they only would have did probably still PC, but they would have did it for PS4 and they would have did it for Xbox. They would be crazy not to do it for Switch, but I think if they was going to do Ninja Gaiden 4 like a reboot or something, that would be the one because then it would be like, well, you guys would be probably releasing this game in 2019, and also, if Devil May Cry 5 is successful, maybe this might be successful too, depending on the direction they're going to go with Ninja Gaiden. If they want to do Ninja Gaiden 4, that's the questionable part.
Yeah. All right, we're going to get into our last story here. Way Forward joins Bloodstained Ritual of the Night development team.
Yes!
I knew you were going to be excited. In a recent Kickstarter update, it is revealed that Way Forward will be assisting the development of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. After a series of delays, producer Koji Igarashi said the experienced team would help him realize his, quote, vision for the game and would hopefully be able to make it even better. Quote, I'm considering, in consideration of their past achievements, Way Forward will be helping the development team realize my vision for this game. Maybe I am even more excited than everyone else. But with their help, Bloodstained will become an even better game. Man, I cannot read today. I'm sorry, everybody. He went on to reveal how Way Forward had already started helping out and was currently trying to stamp out really tough bugs before the game is released. The independent developer will join forces with Artplay and Daiko. Way Forward, as most Nintendo fans will know, is incredibly skilled when it comes to creating side-scrolling games and is best known for the Shantae series. Hopefully Bloodstained turns out to be just as brilliant whenever it is released on Switch in 2019. So, yeah.
They play
Curse of the Moon is on sale, by the way, this week.
nice.
So I think I'm
Do
gonna
get it. Yeah.
I think it's like $6. So
Oh yeah, get it. Because I snagged it when it first came out for $10. I'm like, I had to get this game. Great soundtrack, by the way. I will say this. Igarashi and them played the Mummy Demaster. It was just like they get us.
yeah.
There's no way that he played the Shantae game. It was just like, yeah, we're gonna go with Way For It. No, they played the Mummy Demaster just like they get us. Let's get this on.
Look, we did an indie showcase for the Mummy Demastered. You guys should go watch it. But that game is way better than it has any right to be, like ever.
Yes.
You know, so yeah.
And I bet you Way For It is excited because, like I said.
Sure.
Like we were talking in the chat, I'm just like, Way For It is there. I mean, he's with Way For It to help them finish this game, and I have a feeling we'll see it it'll be a summer game. I think it should definitely be out before Shovel Knight comes out. The Treasure Trove, the collection, that one should be out first, and then Bloodstain should be out after that.
Yeah,
they can't both come out at the same time because the Bloodstain's not going to get played for me. I'll buy it, but then I'll keep it on my system. I'm like, I got to play through all my physical Shovel.
Is Bloodstain getting a physical release?
They're hinting at it,
or is it just like a Kickstarter thing?
It's a Kickstarter thing, but I think if it might be one of those that the first release is digital. If it does great in sales, like it get a lot of sales, they'll probably go to limited run or they'll probably do a physical. For right now, Way For It has the money and has the team up to do a physical copy because Shantae and the Pirate's Curse is getting a physical copy for Switch, like a limited edition, I think, for Switch. So Way For It has the money, and if they get good sales, I think Way For It and Igarashi will get together and try to do a physical version, and that's more buku bucks for them to get this game.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna move into our topic of the show. We usually use the question block to fuel the topics of the show, but the Game Awards are coming up. And Nintendo is going, and they said Nintendo is showing up in a big way. Jeff Keighley posted pictures of him and Reggie on Instagram. Reggie's wearing his Sly Metroid pen, his Samus pen, and it's just like, stop teasing me, dude. Give me some Metroid HD Trilogy February release. Yes!
It's going to be March.
Dude,
they can't do. Before we get into this discussion on the Game Awards, they cannot do February.
Oh yeah,
Anthem
they can.
Anthem is too big and will crush Metroid. Now, I will say this: if Metroid Prime comes out the first Friday of February, yes, let it be the highlight of the game for Nintendo Switch because you'll have a.
I get Anthem is going to be big, but Nintendo released Mario Party in the same month as Call of Duty and Red Dead.
Yes.
So I don't think Nintendo is really scared.
Right.
Although I do get your point, February is pretty packed because Crackdown's coming out the week before.
Right.
Metro. What was the other big game being released?
I know Anthem, Metro.
They pushed Days Gone
to March. And I think it was just Days Gone. I think because nothing else is big that month unless there's some indies. I'll probably have to check along with you. Because you have Kingdom Hearts and Resident Evil 2 coming in that last week before February comes. And so that's why I was just like, if Metroid Prime is going to do February, it's going to have to be that first Friday because I need Yoshi to be a hit in March. I need something to go against Days Gone, and I just feel like a Metroid trilogy will just fit so perfectly fine in that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of want to. I just kind of want to talk about what you think Nintendo's going to bring to the Game Awards. I know. I think without a doubt, Metroid is going to be there.
I think Metroid is to make it a big announcement. I think it's going to be Metroid Full Prime 4 demo announced because it is a Thursday. So I think they're gonna be like after the awards, you guys could play a demo of Metroid Prime 4, or they're gonna also bring they're gonna show Metroid Prime 4 and then announce the trilogy.
That's my thoughts exactly.
Yeah, and they'll probably do pre-orders and stuff and show, because I think there's gonna be like Joy-Cons for Metroid Prime. There's gonna be a box edition for the trilogy that people can special order. Oh. Literally, if they announce, I'm telling you right now, I don't care what my bank account is looking like.
If they have those orangish red Joy-Cons, the color of Samus's suit, with like, I don't know, like yellow buttons or black buttons or whatever.
Preach! I need you to preach right now. Don't stop. Preach,
dude. You know they're gonna make Metroid Joy-Cons. You know they are. You know they are. They have They had ARMS and Splatoon ones. You don't think they're gonna make a Metroid one,
dude? I would literally crash Nintendo website if they said after the awards, pre-orders will be up for this game for Metroid Prime Collection, Joy-Cons, and Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah,
and I hope it's not a limited edition, because I do not want it to be a limited edition. It's sad that Europe might get that special Prime collection that America wouldn't get, because they're trying to really sell Metroid in Europe. The importer would be redunkless. People will. So, but I think like a Metroid Prime 4 reveal and a demo, playable demo, or a Bayonetta 3 reveal and a demo will be announced. Maybe Beautiful Joe. Like Platinum's got some stuff up their sleeve, and they have to show something at the Game Awards.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that would be my thing, because the next Pokemon, I think that's going to be Pokemon, the Pokemon companies like Nintendo Direct, a Pokemon Direct, and I think that would be in March.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like, actually, the last couple times the Pokemon Directs have happened, they've happened about a week or two before big events, right? Where like, you know, the Pokemon Let's Go Direct happened the week before E3 is when that happened. And then the Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon happened about a week before the Game Awards. So if they're going to show the next gen Pokemon stuff, I'm thinking that's going to happen before E3 next year, just because Pokemon always has their own Direct.
Yes.
So
well, now they starting to have their own Direct, but yeah, I agree with you. The thing that if Nintendo is coming in a big way, I literally think they may announce the new follow up to the 3DS. I think the Game Boy will come back, and that Zelda handheld game will be the first game for launch for that system.
What, like the Link's Awakening remake that we've been hearing about? Probably a sequel.
Dude, that alone will crash. And sorry that I'm using crash a lot. That alone will probably just crash the whole Game Awards Twitter feed. That they'd be like, what? Like, Nintendo will come correct. Like, they will mention it and hint at something, and you know everybody will analyze it to death. But if they get like a handheld announcement, dude, come on.
I don't think they are this year, just for the simple fact that they still have games coming out next year for this thing.
Yes.
Yes. Not that I don't think it would ever happen, but dude, what if they announced a Game Boy Classic? What if
That's what I was just about to say.
What if Reggie just like pulled it out of his pocket like he did with the DS and the 3DS?
Which one did we do? Did we do Advance or the SP? or like what would you prefer?
That's difficult. Like for me personally, I would prefer like a Game Boy Advance, like like the original Game Boy Advance style.
Yeah.
With a backlight, but it would also have like regular Game Boy games on it, you know? Like that would be the thing that I would want, but I would love to see like a Game Boy Pocket size Game Boy.
Yes.
Right? But done in the original color scheme of the original Game Boy.
Ooh.
And just play black and white games. Like, and I know that sounds dumb, and I don't know how many people would buy it.
It doesn't sound dumb, because that would still outsell the PlayStation Classic.
Well, true. That thing, dude. So many people are canceling their pre-orders left and right. I don't even know why they're going to continue to like.
GameStop might end up getting their whole place ramshacked, because everybody gonna be like.
That's a different story. Did you see their second quarter loss?
Was it 480? Was it 468 point?
$488.6 million they lost. Lost in the quarter.
How do you lose that much?
I mean, I don't even want to go into that. I'm just.
That's another discussion.
Yeah.
Wait, go there.
But save that for another day. Put a pin in that one.
But like. To speculate what Nintendo's going to do, there is going to be a game reveal. I think we both could agree that it's going to be Metroid related. I'm adding something from Platinum is going to be showing.
Ooh, Wonderful 101 to Switch.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
No, that's what they're going to do. They're going to show some Bayonetta 3 stuff, and they're going to say Wonderful 101 is coming to Switch. I'm calling it right now. I'm getting Ed real excited.
Yes, because I wonder what Capcom... Because Capcom is sneaky. Because I know they haven't said nothing, but because of the success of Okami HD multiple times, why do I not have my Beautiful Joe 3 yet? And why is that not on Switch? Because if Wonderful 101 doesn't show up, but Beautiful Joe 3 or a collection shows up, you already remaking and bringing all these old ports. You might as well give us the rest of the not Capcom 5. You might as well probably the Capcom 5. Yeah, you might as well give us Beautiful Joe. Yeah. Give us a collection for Switch.
Well, I mean, Capcom owns that license, right? Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I think Capcom's working on a bunch of other stuff right now, but I wouldn't mind seeing that either, especially if they tried to do some sort of like HD up-resing or whatever, you know?
And good Lord help my heart if Nintendo goes black and some Microsoft property shows up and it's not Minecraft, and I'll be like, wait, what is this? Wait,
I still think that Battletoads game they announced is going to come to Switch at some point. Not that I want that, but I still think that game is going to be coming to Switch at some point.
If Microsoft is willing to do it, yes, I think they are. To have that property on Switch, oh heck yeah,
yeah.
Because I'm like, it could go multiple ways, but of Metroid for me, Metroid. A Game Boy Advance or a Game Boy Classic, a collection of a Metroid collection, something from Platinum, and Battletoads, or something Microsoft related, being on the Nintendo platform. Like they'd be like, not only is it coming to Nintendo Switch, but it's on Xbox One and it's crossplay. Bam.
Yeah. I wonder. I mean, I'm sure we'll talk about this on Arsenal X, but I wonder is Xbox going to be there? Are they bringing stuff? Do you know?
Not at this time. I don't think so. I think Halo Infinite is going to be shown. They're doing the trailer for Halo Infinite.
Oh, they
at the
are?
Game Awards. Yeah.
They are? Did they announce that? When did they announce that?
Yeah. They announced that on Twitter Thursday.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, Halo Infinite trailer is supposed to be at the Game Awards. So and it's the new trailer, so that one will be there. Because I think it's Halo Infinite, Anthem. Obsidian is showing something, but I don't know if that's at the Game Awards. I know they did announce it that it's going to be on that Thursday.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Obsidian is showing at the
Some
Game
people
Awards.
are saying that it's BioShock related. That's just some people.
Because
I don't know.
No, it's a new game that's supposed to be published by Take-Two. Is what they're hinting at.
Yeah,
so
it might be BioShock related. It might be a BioShock game.
But I thought BioShock Infinite was the last one.
They want to continue BioShock.
Oh, because Take-Two owns it. That's right.
Yeah.
Ken Levine doesn't own it no more.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
An Obsidian made BioShock game with heavy RPG elements. Interesting.
I'm confused, intrigued, and want to see that happen.
Yeah.
Confused in a way to be like,
I still think it's going to be their own IP, but I think an Obsidian made BioShock game would be super interesting.
I want.
I broke Ed's brain again.
No, because I wonder if it's Take-Two and Obsidian's doing it, 2K will publish it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, well, Microsoft said that all projects that the studios they acquired, all the projects that they're working on and their publishing deals with these games are going to stay in place.
Okay.
So,
but for going on from there, anything else is coming for.
Yeah, that's why like Compulsion Games was published. That what was it? We Happy Few was published by Gearbox.
Yeah.
So.
Because I would love to see, like, if Obsidian does BioShock, and literally I would love to see the BioShock collection on Switch.
Yeah, that would be interesting. There's so many things, man, that could happen. You know, like for me, I think the big ones. Oh, the other rumor. This is why I wanted this topic to be the thing in the first place.
Okay.
There's rumors going around that people have had hands-on with that Star Fox racing game. And they've talked to people off the record about playing the Star Fox racing game. Remember Star Fox Grand Prix we were talking about before E3?
Yes.
Some people think that game is going to be announced here. Or whatever direct follows, right? Like, because there's always an end of the year direct.
Yes.
So,
well, I thought it would be the last. I thought last year would be the not last year. Was it September? September was the big direct.
Yeah, but they always have one around the Game Awards, whether it's after or right before.
So do we get a direct Wednesday or Thursday?
I mean, we might get not Wednesday or Thursday, but we'll probably get one next week, like the following week, because we're recording.
Oh, after the Game Awards.
Yeah, the week after the Game Awards. So,
because I think I'm like, ooh, because
I think they want to focus on like some kind like January and February are pretty packed for Nintendo. You got Mario, you got Travis Strikes Again, you got Yoshi's Crafted World. Yeah, and I would think that Nintendo Direct would be in January, but you may be right. But Mario comes out on the 11th, and they want to get that really promoted, so they'll probably. And Travis Strikes Again comes out on the 18th. Did you think the week before Christmas did? And Daemon X Machina is scheduled for spring. That is true. We haven't seen anything. By the way, really makes me mad. Amazon canceled my pre-order for Daemon X Machina just out of nowhere. They said they didn't have inventory available, and I'm like, no crap, because it's a pre-order. So, but we'll see. I feel attacked. I know. I feel real sad. Well, but, I still think there's going to be a direct this month. Yeah, like probably towards the end of December, like right after Christmas or something.
Cause see, and that's why I asked you, did you think the week before Christmas? Because Christmas is on a Tuesday.
Yeah, well, what I think it's going to happen the week after the Game Awards, right?
Yes.
Because Smash will be out. They'll probably want to... That's another thing at the Game Awards. They'll probably announce a DLC Smash character. But then the following week, or whatever the next direct is, they're going to want to announce another DLC character to focus on probably, January or February. That would be a good release for February, would be a Smash DLC character.
Yes. I agree.
You don't, maybe you have like a smaller game that's not geared towards, like, for me, I think Yoshi's Crafted World would be a good February game because it's not aimed towards the Anthem crowd, the Metro crowd, the Crackdown crowd, right? It's aimed towards kids, right? That would be a good, maybe, first week of February style game, right?
You know what? It's weird. Kind of be a nice Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could come out on the same day as Crackdown, which is the 15th.
Yeah.
So,
I mean that's a guarantee $120 from me.
Yeah. So I mean, we're really getting into the roadmap now, and we have an episode scheduled for that. But so we'll save that. But
dude, you literally got me going, my mind racing.
I know.
Like,
but these are the things we have to ask ourselves as avid Nintendo fans.
I agree with you with everything, and I think just trying to place a Nintendo Direct, because of them showing one in September. It's just like, is Nintendo ready to show one that early? Like 3 months after the Nintendo Direct, because I'm like, they gave us 2 indies and then they gave this a main Direct. But I agree with you.
We haven't really got a real Direct in a while. I mean, the last Direct was the Smash one,
right? So, but the big one was in September,
right?
When they broke everything down, and then the Smash one. But I think I agree with you that they'll probably do one. They might do this one this week because Super Mario Deluxe is a big thing, and if they really want to promote that and get a lot of stuff out, they need to get a Direct out before it comes out. They could do it before the 11th. They actually could do it the week of New Year's.
Yeah,
because
I'm thinking it might be like either the week of Christmas or like the week before.
Yeah,
because it's the last couple weeks of the year. They want to start gearing people up for next year, and just giving us our fans something to think about while we because we are doing a roadmap episode, so,
right?
And I kind of want to do that before that Direct to see how right and wrong we are. But
because we're before we go, I know we're gonna go on. I think we're probably gonna be road mapping it up at least until summer. So we could probably expect, if we do expect that Direct. Sorry, going back to that. Labo might be shown at the Game Awards. We could probably expect something from there. You never know. Can't count that out. So.
Yeah,
but go ahead, Corey.
But my last thought on the Game Awards before we move into our questions here.
Yes,
I think Nintendo's going to be the biggest player at the Game Awards. I don't think Xbox is going to be very big because they just did the XO18 event. Sony could show some trailers, just because Keighley's really close with Kojima, and I'm sure there's going to be something Death Stranding there.
Yeah,
I'm sure the Last of Us trailer will be there. Like I think they're going to show 3 games. Sony's going to show 3 games at the Game Awards. I think the Last of Us is going to get a new trailer. Death Stranding is going to be there at some point, and I think Days Gone. I think Days Gone is going to get a final trailer because that game is coming out soon.
Oh yeah.
So,
but Days Gone didn't get a date yet, right? They just said it's been moved to March, but it hasn't dated in March yet.
Yeah, I think it's April. Hold on.
Because I know they rumored Death Stranding to be a June 2019 release. So
April
if they
26th.
April 26th. Okay, so they pushed it to April. So if they are going to do Death Stranding, I think we will get a date for that. Ghost of Tsushima, don't think that's going to be shown. But The Last of Us 2, yeah, I think that's ready to be shown and have a release date. They got to do something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because yeah. I'm more concerned about Sony at the Game Awards than anybody else. But I agree with you. Nintendo's going to dominate. There's going to be talk about it. So
yeah, I just think whatever Nintendo brings is going to overshadow everything, because we've seen so much of these other games already that even if like whatever Sony brings, we've seen so many, and I don't think they're going to do an in-depth Dreams demo at the Game Awards. They need something that's quick and something that people can watch. You know. I mean, Medieval might get a trailer if it's imminent, but who knows? I bet Anthem will be there. You know, so there's all these things we could talk about. But whatever Nintendo brings is going to be the talk of the show, because you know it's going to be big. You know it's going to be Metroid, and I bet we get something Bayonetta 3.
What if? And we're going to get to the question block. What if? It's Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong fighting King Kroo, or K. Rool, and just before they're losing, and just before K. Rool comes down to hit them, Banjo-Kazooie swings in his crew. Dude,
that would be cool. That would be a cool announcement for this, because that way Microsoft can be there without really being there. Nintendo gets their DLC character for Smash. That would be cool. That's a cool way to announce a character.
Yes. Oh, and then
Banjo-Kazooie. I can't wait. I hope it's Banjo-Kazooie. But
because they're doing Waluigi coming in, they're gonna do something funny. But let's get into this question block.
No, Waluigi's gonna be the last character announced. You know he is, just because people want him.
And the reason why I gave you that look because I agree. I definitely agree.
But
I think when I get the game, I'm gonna pay for the season pass, because I gotta make sure that I get all the characters. And plus, it's what, $20? I think they said.
Yeah.
Oh, 25.
I think it's 25, but
yeah, I'll take it.
Anyways, that's kind of our roundabout Game Awards predictions. So my final predictions: Metroid Prime 4 trailer, like a CG trailer with an announcement of Metroid Prime HD Trilogy for Switch. Bayonetta 3 trailer, and I'm not saying like the Metroid Prime 4 trailer. I'm not saying the logo trailer similar to what we saw a couple years ago.
We're talking about actual gameplay.
No, I don't think it's gameplay either. I think it's a CG. Maybe some gameplay. But I think it's going to be like a heavily CG trailer, with some gameplay in it. Yeah, I'm going to go with some gameplay in it, with an announcement of Metroid Prime HD Trilogy and Amiibo. They're going to announce Amiibo are coming for this game.
Yes.
And then a Bayonetta 3 trailer with the announcement of Wonderful 101 coming to Switch as well. Those are my two big ones. And I want that Star Fox racing game so bad. I just want it really bad.
I just can't.
I don't care if you don't want it.
I agree with you, but because of Starlink, I would say this: if you're gonna give me the Star Fox Guard Grand Prix, if you're gonna give me that, highlight it at E3.
Yeah.
Only reason because of Starlink. Yeah, I think if Starlink didn't drop, then yes, give me the Grand Prix at the Game Awards. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Because you already know, if it does happen, I'm already gonna text you.
I know
how many chicken sandwiches she want.
Well, I'm gonna try to watch it live. I think Jesse said he's off on Thursday, so I think we're gonna try to watch it.
Yeah. I gotta see what my schedule is, because if I'm off, I'm definitely gonna be trying to.
I'm making a cool watch along thing too. I'm gonna set up a watch along thing for it. So
nice.
I think I'm going to. So, all right, we're gonna get into our listener questions. Remember, you can email the show nintendopalblock@gmail.com to get us your question. Remember, we are giving away Let's Go, Pokemon Let's Go for Nintendo Switch, winner's choice. So, remind them of how they can enter, Ed. How easy it is.
You guys subscribe, email us Nintendo Power Block, put in your title, question block. In the section where you have to type your question, give us a question, hit send, bam, you answer then.
It's that easy. So
that easy.
So
and before we go, make the question Nintendo related or video game related to Nintendo.
Yes, that's a good reminder. So Caleb Biggs writes in and says, "Hey, so I'm curious, what was the first game you ever played that you absolutely loved and would totally play on a regular basis?" My answer is easy. Turtles in Time for Super Nintendo. Well, really, it was probably the NES Turtles 2 arcade game. But I knew that I was old enough to know that the arcade game was the superior version. Yes. But when Turtles in Time came to Super Nintendo, and then I guess Hyperstone Heist 2, they're pretty much the same game, but I would say Turtles in Time and Hyperstone Heist were the two games that I was just like, man, I cannot stop playing these games. Oh my gosh. Oh!
Yeah, Turtles in Time would be for me. See, the thing about it is because this is a Nintendo podcast, there's so many. But definitely for me is the first game that comes to mind for me is definitely Super Mario Brothers 2. I played that. I played that every day, and even after I played it, I called the hotline, Nintendo hotline, to hear tips about it. I had the Nintendo Power, where it had the clay of Super Mario Brothers 2 on the title with the first issue. I was obsessed with Super Mario Brothers 2, so that would be like my answer to this question, because if it was a Sega question, of course, no doubt it would be Arrow Flash and just Streets of Rage 2. But for Nintendo, it's Super Mario Brothers 2. Nice. I still love that game to this day. I actually beat that all the way through before I beat Super Mario Brothers, the first game, all the way through.
Huh.
And also I played the Versus Mario on the Atari. I'm that old, everybody. So yeah. But thank you for Turtles in Time, because that's a game too. I agree with you so much.
I know. Oh man, it's the only reason why I've thought about hacking my minis consoles.
We need that game back now.
I know. I'm still going to try to do it, I think. So, all right. Our next question comes from Samantha Cross. She says, "Hello guys. My question is, by the end of the Switch's life cycle, do you think they will try to make it the ultimate Nintendo console with all these Wii U ports, HD upgrades, and classic console stuff online? Do you think they will ever bring the HD Zeldas from Wii U and Skyward Sword?"
No, they're not going to bring the HD
I hate you so
Zeldas.
much. I want Wind Waker and Twilight Princess.
Everybody wants it, but when Anuma said that they're not planning on doing Skyward Sword HD, that just ruined that.
I don't care about that.
Not saying that it could happen or it can't happen, but I think Anuma and them are focusing directly on a new Zelda for Switch, and that probably won't be released until to year 22, because they're really focused and dedicated, and plus there's going to be tons of delays because Numa and them, they like to add crazy stuff in it and be like, we got to make this perfect and work. I don't think Switch is going to be the ultimate Nintendo console of Wii U ports or anything like that, because there are still a ton of games that should be released on Switch that is not out yet from Wii U that kind of deserves it. But I think what Nintendo is focusing on is first selling units of the system and trying to appeal everybody that the system is, for, arcade lovers of the retro, retro games, the hardcore who do play on PS4 and Xbox and PC, who want to play that same game on the go. And they already showcased that graphics doesn't matter, it's the experience. And if it works and it works well, they'll put their money down to get that game physically or digitally and play it on the go. So I don't think Nintendo is thinking that head yet. We'll see with Nintendo Online. I think if they start putting past Nintendo NES games and start putting Super Nintendo and hint at N64 and GameCube, then I think it will start becoming the Wii U, the ultimate one. But we got to see how they're going to be handling their online service. I don't think it's going to be the ultimate one. It doesn't need to be the ultimate one just yet, due to the fact that if it does become that, I think the price of Nintendo Online is going to jump a little bit up, so it could pay for those resources to get GameCube and stuff on it. Like if they jumped it up like $20 to like $35 a year, because of GameCube and maybe N64 and some Wii titles, if that could come to it for the Nintendo Online and the online service is up and running and there's a lot of stuff added on that people can enjoy, then I think it will become the ultimate Nintendo system.
Yeah, I think the Switch is doing a great job of making itself, a system that people want. But whatever, I think that there's still going to be that ultimate Nintendo system in the near future. I don't think it's going to be the Switch. I think it's going to be whatever they decide to do next time around. Because like for me, like I think the Switch is like the ultimate vision of what they wanted the Wii U to be. Right? Is like this console that you can play handheld without the TV or plug it into your TV. I just think the Wii U was like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I think Nintendo has made the last few consoles like experimental things where like we have all these great ideas, so let's put a product out there that can, we can see how people react to these ideas, right? Where like the Wii was the motion controls. Okay, well, this is cool. The Wii has a name, like people recognize the Wii name. So let's attach it to our next system, the Wii U. It's also our first foray into HD graphics, so let's put this console out there. We also have this cool idea where you can play your games portably and on the TV, so let's make the tablet be able to receive the information from the console and put it on the screen on the tablet. Okay, well, that was a good idea, but we just have to reverse it now, where the console is now in the tablet and you plug it into a dock that feeds to your TV. And we have good games that we can put over from the Wii U on this thing. And now that people want to take it with them, the Nindy market is coming in because the Vita is dying. Like, I still think there is one final step to this experiment. Don't get me wrong, I love the Switch. I think the Switch is a great console. I think with maybe what they're, from an engineering standpoint and for what they want Nintendo to be, there's still one more step, and that's getting their online stuff right.
Yes. Do you think, and we'll get to the next question, do you think that when it comes to Nintendo's next console, and this just popped in my head, is that instead of using HDMI for its cord, that it comes with a USB that you could plug into any TV so that it could resolute 4K, it could resolute 8K, or still 1080p, so that the power of the system is still there, but somehow it recognizes what TV it is, and somehow the TV could upgrade the graphics.
I don't know, because a lot of TVs do that already. They upscale for you already. Like, I remember that was like a big thing for Xbox 360 and PS3, where if you had a 1080p TV, the way the Xbox and the PlayStation's conversion works, like transferring it to the HDMI up to your TV.
Yeah.
On a system level, the systems would communicate with the TV and like up-res your games, even though like Gears of War was running in 720p. Your Xbox could upscale it from a system level and transfer that signal into a 1080p signal.
Yeah, but same idea, but just using USB instead of HDMI.
Yeah, I mean that could work too. I think USB-C is going to be the future of what we see things using. Like the cord that the Switch controller is charged with.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're moving away from HDMI anytime soon, but I do see us moving into a future where USB ends up being the primary source of like video and audio and stuff.
Yeah, because like...
But I'm not like a video and audio guy, so I don't know. That's just me speaking of what I see, especially in terms of like recording stuff. Like all the stuff I use to record is done through USB. It's not done through HDMI. It's done through USB.
USB. Okay. Because I have like Belkin, and that's like my main like kind of modem thing. But anyone who has a Belkin USB could use the internet because it's all wireless. So I wonder if Nintendo was just like, well, if we could do the same thing with our systems for our next system, not only does that cut the cord, you guys could pretty much, decide if you want to play on the TV or play on the go. Mm-hmm. So maybe you could do that way to do Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Maker 2.
Yeah, that
you have it in your hand, and you have it on the TV, and you can still put it in the dock and charge it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I honestly think like the next thing they're going to want to do, I think they're going to want to revisit the Wii U idea.
Yes.
I don't know how they're going to do that. Like, I don't really want them to, because I like the Switch idea. Like, I like a console that you can take with you. But I think it's going to be a Switch-like device where the console's on board the tablet, but then it wirelessly sends a video signal to the box, and you can see it on your TV.
Yeah, that would be cool. I think that would be cool.
You know what I mean? Like, I think there's going to be some sort of... It's going to be like the Wii U, where it's two screens. But it's going to do what Apple does, where, like, if you have an iPad and you want that stuff to stream from your iPad to your TV, you have to buy the Apple TV, but then you can use the tablet as a controller or whatever and watch, like, see the stuff happening on your TV screen. So,
yeah. Whether that's for the next console or if they still probably can do it with the Switch and do it as an attachment. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think they could do that, but I don't know. Look, the Switch has only been out for like a year and a half.
Right.
I don't want to think about another console right now because the Switch is so good, and just trying to predict what they're going to do with the next console is like, their next console is going to be a successor to the 3DS before they do anything with another handheld console or another home console.
Us trying to predict the Game Awards announcement for Nintendo's too much for us.
Oh, man. All right, we're going to get to our last question here. That was a good question, though. Good question. Although, speaking to your Wii U ports, I would love to see Wind Waker come to Switch, please. That's all. And Twilight Princess. Still shocked those games haven't made their way over yet, but that's okay. Especially with a slow year like this year. I think they could have fit it in like July or August, but that's just
to inform everybody. If they do an announcement, I'll be pre-ordering that.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course we will. Our last question comes from Casey McHale. Casey says, just found you guys, and I'm enjoying the show. With the holidays coming up, what was your most memorable holiday or birthday gift that was video game related?
Okay, I have two of these.
Yeah, I know. I have two also.
Okay. Birthday one for me is getting a Wii U for my mom. That was it had been years that my mom has bought me a Nintendo console, and when she bought me one, I was just like, "Are you serious?" Like literally for my birthday, I actually cried that she bought me a Wii U for my birthday, and yeah, I was speechless for that. For Christmas, um, unsurprisingly, well, besides getting the Game Boy, like I didn't expect that, but that was exciting. One of the best ones was getting Mega Man 2. Mega Man games for me was always a Christmas item, and I thought nobody cared about Mega Man. But my mom ended up getting me Mega Man 2 for Christmas, and I went downstairs. I ran and disappeared downstairs, hooked up my Nintendo to play on the big screen, and was just getting destroyed and loved every minute of it. But yeah, getting Mega Man 2 for my mom and getting the Wii U for my birthday. Those are two of my highlights.
Nice. For me, for me, well, I've told the Nintendo 64 story. Sorry, I'm getting all kinds of emails. I've told the Nintendo 64 story on here before, where, you know, for Christmas I wanted a Nintendo 64, and under the Christmas tree there's a bunch of big boxes, but none of it was like, you know, I didn't think I was getting one. There's a couple like VHS style boxes under there, and I was like, oh man, I really want a Nintendo 64, and my parents had bought me Super Mario 64 for Christmas, right? And I opened it and I was really excited, but then I opened the rest of my gifts and I didn't get a Nintendo 64, right? And then my grandma came over late, and she had a bunch of bags and she brought them in, and they were just a bunch of little stuff, and I didn't get a Nintendo 64, right? But then my grandma said, hey, there's one more big box, it's kind of heavy, can you carry it in? And out in the car, and it was wrapped and stuff, and as soon as she told me that, I knew what it was, so I brought it in and ripped it open, and I literally played Super Mario 64 the rest of the day.
Yeah.
But then, like, I was running around the outside, like trying just like messing around and stuff, and I didn't realize you could go in the castle, and I thought there was a warp pipe that I could go down or something. So I was like running around, swimming in the moat, like trying to climb up the castle, realizing I couldn't really do it, and like all of a sudden, like you run up to the bridge of the castle, and the guy with the camera swings around and is like, tells you to go in the castle, and you go to the castle and you walk in. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, you can go in the castle. And so I started running around inside the castle, not really realizing you're supposed to jump into the paintings or whatever. and like it's not like I was a little kid, but I was like 9, right? 10. I was like 10.
Yeah.
And like, it's something I probably should have figured out by then, but I was dumb. And then I jumped into the first painting, and I just like ran around that world, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then, like, the day after, my mom took me to, I think it was probably Toys R Us, and I got the strategy guide for Super Mario 64. Dude, you should see my Nintendo 64 strategy guides. They're just shredded. Oh my gosh, they're awful. So that was Christmas of 1996 for me. It was pretty awesome. And
it's just so weird. Not to interrupt you, but how Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario World, and Super Mario 64 changed the video game industry in total.
I know. It's just so good. But then for my birthday, the year the GameCube came out, my parents bought me a GameCube. Like, it was the last one. They went to the Babbages inside of our mall, and it was like, man, Babbages. Huh? This tells you how old this story is. And it was the last one, and my mom was really disappointed that it wasn't the black one, because remember the black and the purple ones were really, well, indigo, but it's purple. Come on.
Yeah.
Were released at the same time, and she didn't think I was gonna like it because it was purple, and I wanted the purple one. So I was really excited. So my dad took me to later that day. My dad took me to Best Buy, and I was allowed to pick out 2 games and a memory card. So I got Luigi's Mansion, and I got Luigi's Mansion, and I got Tony Hawk 3. And I came home, and I also got an extra controller. I got another controller. Those were like the 4 things I got that day. And I came home, and my mom had invited all my friends over, and we just stayed up and played GameCube all night. We played Tony Hawk 3 like all night, and it was
nice.
It was pretty cool. That was a good time. So, but those are the 2 stories I had to tell. So
yes. My last story was actually giving Corey the NES Classic for Christmas.
Yeah, that was a good Christmas also. Still can't believe you did that. I kind of wanted to smack you, but that's okay. Still do.
Well,
but
it was from Sana.
Yeah. So, but that's going to do it for our show. Remember to email us at nintendopalblock@gmail.com for your question. And subscribe if you want to enter to win Pokemon Let's Go. Remember, it's winner's choice. Before we go, I'm going to make one more announcement. I'm not going to announce the next giveaway yet because we didn't finish this one yet. So we're going to save that for next week. But the upcoming, like we said kind of earlier in the show, the upcoming shows are going to be a little bit different. Next week we're going to do a Game Awards kind of. We're going to talk about what was announced or whatever, and if there's any other big news or whatever. And then the following weeks we're going to do a 2018 Nintendo in Review show. And then we're going to do a 2019 roadmap show. Hopefully we'll have a direct by then so we can kind of, whatever. And then we're going to do our Nintendo Game of the Year award show where we talk about Game of the Year and maybe do a couple category style show topics and whatever. So like best art design, best sound, coolest, whatever, those kinds of things. So
yes,
we're going to do a show all about that. And then, news related stuff will resume in 2019, but that's kind of the announcements I kind of wanted to make. Of course, we'll still have question block. So after the Let's Go giveaway ends next week, we are going to be doing another one. So yeah, get your questions in. This has been Nintendo Power Block, episode 137. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Nintendo_PBlock. You can find all of our content on NGRradio.com and on our YouTube page. We are only 13 subs away from getting our sweet, sweet URL. So
yes,
thank you, everybody, for subscribing and joining us for this ride. And check out our quick looks, our seasonal shows, our regular shows, all of our content on demand on our YouTube page and NGRradio.com. Ed, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at ThatBretrico, and you guys can check out Optional Opinion on SoundCloud, iTunes, TuneIn, and Google Play, and other podcast apps. A new episode is up, so you guys can check it out there.
Yeah. You can find me at CoreyNHD86 on Twitter and Instagram. You can also find me on twitch.tv/CoreyNHD, where I will be streaming games. You can probably find some archive streams up there already, and I want to start streaming more. Haven't really been doing too much of that.
Yeah, I have my plans for 2019 and also some stuff from AX Plays.
It's a busy look. November, December are busy, and we're not even like quote unquote in the industry, right? Like it's just a busy time of year, man. And when January slows down and we finally get, plus like Ed and I are prepping shows for all of 2019. So look, we have so much going on in the next couple months. It's just going to be, I can't wait for some of these shows to come out. So like, especially Pod and Play season 4 and 5 next year are going to be great.
Yes.
But yeah, anyways, you can find Nintendo Power Block every Tuesday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Every day there's a new podcast going up for you. We have new podcasts coming up that we're going to announce soon. I'm very excited. Jesse wrote the music for them. They sound
Yes.
They sound great. Great job, Jesse. Very proud of you. You can find Jesse at PhantomMaggotAX on Twitter, and sub_Hume_ends on Twitch, because I know he streams a lot of Call of Duty and stuff. So
Yes.
check him out there. And if you want to find all of us live on Twitch, since everybody seems to be streaming a lot more now, you can go to ngrradio.com/live, where you can find all of our live stream feeds there. And then if you want to follow us, there are links below the videos to where you can follow all of us. So, yeah, this has been Nintendo Power Block. Go to ngrradio.com for all of our content. Download all of our podcasts. And until next time, we love you.
Bye, everybody. Woo-hoo.